What's up, beautiful people, and welcome back to my Trapjaw Island Paludarium. Today you will be seeing how these are coming on with leaps and bounds. They do go through quite a lot of food, and I will explain a little bit more on that further in the video. I hope you've all had a lovely week, and I will be keeping those regular updates on each Sunday. The main thing you need to know is that I'll also be making sure I go back to my Wednesday and Sunday post, and also the terrarium builds as well. A lot of you have been messaging me saying you miss it when I used to make terrariums and things, and especially a lot of the new supporters or subscribers will say. So I will be making sure I do a lot more videos where I'm building terrariums or build videos. But I promise you it's definitely worth sticking around. Today you'll be able to see how athletic these are in hunting and at actually physically catching live prey. And I know I've probably mentioned this a million times, but they are most definitely my favourite species that I keep. But I do find it so much easier just adding cocoons in. This way they can just pick them up, take them down. There's not much fight. They do eliminate them almost instantaneously. I've seen them hit them a few times. They do get knocked back just a little bit, but that's about it. And really for me, it's mainly just keeping these ladies happy, making sure there's less injury within the colony, especially how they bring them down to all of the broods and the other workers below. So I don't want to cause damage. These are easier, but at the same time, I do also give them actual live food where, you know, they sort of have to fight for it or, chase it down, I guess, because although I feed them isopods as well, dairy cow to be specific, because they're so prolific at breeding, of which I will extend on a little bit further in the video on how easy it is to keep and breed them. You actually see when it hits it, it knocks it back, it knocks as a piece of dirt flying into the nest itself, and it was like the most perfect goal. If you want to go back and watch that, you can. It just happened so quick, but the speed is slowed down by 10 times, so it shows how quick that movement was and how quick they actually do strike the enemy. And just to put that into perspective, they actually move the mandibles or strike the target at 207 feet per second. Another way to think about it is kind of that they strike up to 145 miles per hour, and essentially it's actually 2,300 times faster than the blink of an eye, which is absolutely insane, right? And I am going to continue to bore you, yes, I know, but it's actually also the fastest movement within the animal kingdom, and its mandibles can exert forces 300 times its own weight. But what I'll be doing next, I want to actually show you how it looks at the moment. It isn't looking its best, but I prefer to show you how it looks at probably what I would see as its worst, while also at the same time also showing footage, not in this video, but possibly the next one, where it is looking its best. The moss died around here like I said it would, but I knew the Muhlenbeckia complexa would come back. All the sides here, that is a little bit overgrown at the moment, and when you take a step back and see the filter head there is very filthy. I do need to clean that down, get all of that sort of sludge off and get it looking 100% again, and also tidy them plants up. The next clip is one of those moments again where the trapjaws always blow my mind in just how powerful they actually are. What you can see here is they are attacking this mealworm, and I will slow it down again 10 times the speed. When it hits, if you didn't see it again, go back, it hits it so far, the next clip it's in the water. The two trapjaw ants that were chasing it down quickly found it and decided that they were going to take it or make sure it was going up to the main camp for them to eat. If you haven't yet, remember to smash that like button, guys. It goes a million miles for the channel, and also at the same time if you want to subscribe so you can see other updates on this. But remember to drop a comment below, that way I'll know what update you want to see next or what video you want to see next from me. So make sure you mention that below, and I'll put it on my list essentially, and I'll roll the wheel. I've been trying to get quite a few more macro shots in my recent videos, because a lot of the time I only use my phone to physically edit and record, so that way the footage isn't as good or the best of quality as you would expect from, you know, most YouTubers who have these really good cameras and editing software. For me, I just do everything on my mobile device because I can't really afford a camera, but I love that she actually can see me in the end. You'll notice that she starts to come closer and closer because she spots me. I did move away slightly and then come back in and record because I didn't want to stress her out. Plus she's trying to catch something, you know, on a water surface, sort of walking on floating plants. I don't want her to make the wrong move, and I'd rather that I just moved away while she went back to the main chambers. But I do apologise if you are offended by feeding live insects. Again, I have to. This species takes live food or anything that's slightly alive, just like them cocoons, but it's just the best way to feed these. Dairy cows are such an affordable feeder for me, and I know how prolific they breed. So I love isopods. You guys know I keep so many of them, but at the same time, for me, it's just keeping a feeder that I know is going to do the job. It's going to keep this colony going. And at the same time, isopods are really, really easy to keep and breed. So it's kind of like a double win. They are super easy to breed. They breed super quick, and they're so affordable for me. And the trapjaws actually just love eating them as well. And not just that as a benefit as well, they're also super easy to keep alive. I don't know about you, but if you get crickets and things, I tend to find they don't last very long unless you keep feeding them. Some of you might have a cricket pen or something like that, or even breed roaches, which is absolutely fine. But if you don't have the space, if you don't want to breed roaches, or if you have the same situation where you get mealworms, you know, and then you've got the beetles, etc., and you want things to last longer, put more effort into 1 or 2 colonies of dairy cows, and I can promise you'll get the results much quicker, and it'll be for, well, forever. And that way, you know, you're not having to go out and buy crickets. Of course, buy the larger things for your larger colonies if you want to do that, and you can. But if these are breeding so quick, you can just possibly use more of these. But just a cheaper alternative, or an alternative for those of you who don't breed anything at the moment as feeders. I just want to drop a quick shout out to the people who support the channel. So my Patreon members and the people who are subscribed on my YouTube channel. It is only £1.99 a month, and you will get shout outs on my videos, just in case you're wondering. But first off, we're going to go with Jason Walker. He's been a Patreon member for a long time now, alongside Antimatters and Antics. I then want to thank my YouTube members, which includes Antics again. We've got Miko Ants, Wakushi, Rebecca Crook, Happy Ant UK, Antimatters, and Ant Holifer. We've got Antimatters in there twice as well. So Antimatters and Jason Walker have actually been the longest members of the channel. But I love all of you guys, and I appreciate every single one of you. But Happy Ant UK, you are an Antscapes family member, which basically means you get to go onto a call with me every single month for an hour, where I get to know you, you get to know me. You can pick my brains if you want about any knowledge I may have, or any builds that you may be trying to do yourself. That way you can get all of my knowledge in a really short period of time, or we can even discuss that while we're playing video games or whatever it is you want to do. But regardless, I put that time aside for whoever it is. So I guess it's just your time you get, where you can just book it in, and it's as easy as that. We just work it around each other. And the final thing is what I'm going to do more recently is start to upload videos early for my members. I've currently got videos up until the 9th of October, but I haven't really discussed that too much, because that's something I'm wanting to introduce for new members and existing members. Back to the video. It uses all its might and strength here, but unfortunately falls into that pit of doom. I don't know why you guys even subscribe to my videos, to be honest. But anyway, back to the video. This species has been an absolute pleasure to keep. And by the way, guys, we haven't even actually named this colony or the setup that they're in. So what should we name this colony? Let me know in the comments below. I'd like to get a vote going, and we'll see which was the best decision. I'll also choose, maybe it's 5. I think it's 5 max you can have in the options. So I'll make sure there's 5 there that we can all choose from. But either way, I hope you've liked the video, guys. And I truly do think the way it's going, and how it's currently an open top lid, so I'm going to have to think about an alternative, because they're going to probably have nuptials next year as well. It's really great to do an update on this colony. But as always from me, peace and love. I'm out.